When my middle child, Lily, now 12, when she was about 4 or 5 years old, and we were in little children hell at that point. Loved it, but at ages 6, 4, and 2, you could imagine what our lives were like. On this one particular day, I was exhausted. I'm a half decent dad, so I pitch in. I don't do all the fun stuff, but I do pitch in. So I was had a long day, got up early, did my little journal, meditating, whatever, and then it's off to the races. You're packing lunches, making breakfast, getting yourself ready, taking kids wherever they have to be. You go to work all day, you come home, you make dinner, you drop off at dance, basketball, voice, you clean up a little bit, you do the dishes, you change diapers if need be, and then off to bed. Well, it was a later night, and little Lily looked up at me, sweet little thing, beautiful brown eyes, and said, "Daddy, will you read me a story?" And I started to tell her Daddy was too tired, but whatever. We made a habit back then of reading a story to our kids every single night, all three. It was one of those keystone habits that we had to have. So I said, "Yes, baby." Of course. Dropped what I was doing, grabbed Llama Llama red pajama, and off we went. Now, this does not make me a good dad or a hero by any stretch, but me and my beautiful wife, Sarah, had decided early on there's a few key things we got to do. If we screw everything else up, we got to have these little foundations that we can at least rely on. First and foremost, get the kids in church. We're there, come heck or high water. And yes, I'm church, so I don't say hell or high water. And then, whenever possible, we sit around the dinner table. That's harder now than ever, but we do it. We eat as a family. And then back then, we always decided we had to read them a story before they went to bed. But why? Well, one of those keystone habits, make sure that they went to bed happy, or at least happy-ish, which meant they would usually wake up happy or happy-ish. And not to mention all the wonderful little educational benefits, but most importantly, we spent one-on-one time with them. Didn't spend a lot of one-on-one time with them like we would want to, but that ensured it. Looking at those little keystone habits, it, had a trickle down effect. If we did that one thing right, several other things in the house went well also. So when we're looking at the people that I work with, the folks that I coach, I got two types of people that I coach. First and foremost, the overworked entrepreneur who's putting in 50, 60 hours a week, successful, high six figure, low seven figure, but they need a day off. Other entrepreneurs I work with are the middle life professionals, six-figure earners that want to get out of the soul draining job they have and start their own business. Let's talk to both. First one, the overworked entrepreneur. Look at it like you got a cup, and in that cup, you can only fit a few things. So if I hand you a few stones, you can put just a few stones in there, 3 or 4. Those are your keystone habits. Those are the keystone things that are the most important to you. And then you can fill it in with some pebbles, and then you can fill it in with sand, and then it's full. Well, if you fill it up with sand and pebbles first, life's lesser priorities, you won't have any room for the keystone habits, the big stones that make a difference. So if you're that overworked entrepreneur, 50, 60 hours a week, what are the things that mean the most to you, not just in business, but in life? Is it spending more time with your family? Is it spending more time traveling, going to the gym instead of commuting? Well, those have to go in first, and then everything else fills in all around it. Easier said than done, but has to be a priority to you. Conversely, if you're that overworked employee and you want to get to be like the entrepreneur, but not working 50, 60 hours a week, what does your priorities look like? What fits in that cup first? Is it your email? Is it another meeting with the boss? Is it doing things you don't like doing? It's probably not. It's probably similar to the other guy. You want to spend time with your family. You want to do things you enjoy doing. You want to do things that fit your skill set, that help other people have a happy life, and then fill up your income statement. Well, for both of you to get there, you have to find those keystone habits first before everything else. If you don't find them and you keep filling your cup up with little pebbles, little sand, it won't matter. Those little things won't help you get ahead. You got to clear those out and put in the big things first. So as far as Lily, we read Llama Llama Red Pajama, took all of 5 minutes. Great book series, by the way. She went to bed a little late, but happy. I went to bed exhausted, but knowing that we had fulfilled the things we knew that were going to make a difference in her life and then down the road. So, what are your keystone habits? Find them, put them in the jar first.